On this episode, yep, it's still on lockdown, so wear your mask.
Okay, and now that Steven's back, so we're going to cover a lot of topics. Are you ready for this?
Yep, we talk about the Beirut explosion, more dumb laws, whiskey or whiskey.
And, of course, TV phone numbers that actually work. Now, here's a question for you. Would you buy the XFL?
Oh, The Rock, Dany Garcia. Well, Dany Garcia, who is The Rock's ex-wife, bought it with Red Bull Capital.
RedBird.
RedBird Capital. So they created a company called RedBird Capital. So she is the first woman owner of a professional sports franchise. Oh, good on you, Rock. But better on you, Dany. Hey, Dany, call us. We'll help you hype the season.
And, of course, we talk about the simulation we are in and how to glitch it.
Cool. Wait. Coincidences. Are there such a thing as coincidences? No, I don't believe in coincidences.
Well, that is because you watch too many TV detective shows.
And there's no such thing as a coincidence. The husband always did it. Oh, well, so let's just start this mess. Welcome to the Don't Know Show, featuring what happened to the world today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and podcast.
I've noticed that movie phone is becoming popular again. You know, remember the movie phone guy? Hey, everybody, welcome to the crazy show. This is Crazy Steve and Crazy Scott. We're going to rock, bop, and suck you all night. Like, that's becoming popular again. I don't know why.
It's retro. Retro always goes up and down. All right, folks. Steve is hacking up a lung because he had to do some traveling on an airplane wearing a mask for 12 hours.
Ridiculous, yes. I can't get there. I don't know why. I was doing fine. I just haven't had to talk a lot. Well, now that I have to talk, everything's not working. But if you look behind me, it says, what happens here stays here. I was at the airport in Las Vegas. So what happens here stays here.
Which is not necessarily true.
Speaking of flying, I see something flying behind you.
Actually, there's a couple things. The most prevalent is this beautiful butterfly who let me videotape it for almost 2 full minutes. If you pay attention, there's going to be a shot later on where there's a larger flower, and there's also a giant bumblebee right next to the butterfly, and they have no problem being next to each other. Here, let's do this.
Ebony and ivory together. I can't remember the words.
I did a wedding over the weekend.
Did you?
And they went to this park.
Did you get married?
I did not get married. Did
you marry them?
I was not the minister, which is very upsetting, but they had it at an actual church, so I can understand that.
You don't have your barn built yet, so once you have your barn.
Yes, if we ever get that far.
You think the bar is a possibility for 2021?
No.
Really?
I still got to do the lawsuit, and everything's still shut down. Oh, yeah, there it is. White River County Park.
That in White River County?
Technically, it's Walworth County.
Oh, so it's Walworth County Park, but it's called White River.
Yes, it's the White River Park in Walworth County.
Nice. So
it's literally right behind Grand Geneva. It's beautiful.
Really?
Yep.
How do you get in behind Grand Geneva?
It's Sheridan Springs Road. So if you go out the back exit of Grand Geneva, you hit Sheridan Springs Road. If you want to go to Lake Geneva, turn left. If you want to go to the park, you turn right.
Wow.
And it's only like a mile out past the resort.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep. We used to ride our horses in the White River when we did the river rides.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Crazy.
Beautiful. It's not like it's a huge river. There's a couple spots where it's deep enough that the horses can swim. But, you know, there's only a few places like that. The water is usually only like 3 feet deep.
That is crazy. But there was a lot of stuff that went on while I was traveling, while I was gone. We had the 2 episodes that you cut 1 episode into 2.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing a best of. How'd that work?
It wasn't that difficult. You notice I put the little extra blurb in there to explain it at the end of the first show since we didn't have an end screen. And then, of course, in the second show, the end screens didn't even go up, which I do not understand.
Yeah, it's weird. we're terrible at this. So come see the
Part of
videos.
the problem is, again, since I have no income, I am doing all the work that I normally pay people to do myself. So,
Right. So
you remember the boo-boo on my hand? Oh, by the way, look.
wait. I can't see.
Oh.
You put it in the center. Back towards your face. Move it towards your face. There you go. Oh, all the stitches are out.
Oh, they were out 7 or no.
So now it's just a scar.
12 days later, they were out.
Oh, well, I haven't seen you for a while, so.
Yes. They were out last time you saw me. They just had the big scab.
Really?
Now the scab's gone. Now it's just a scar.
There are troubling new allegations.
Remember chicks dig scars?
Huh.
Who says that?
What?
Who says that? Chicks dig scars.
Who says that? I don't know. Is that
It's in a movie. He's a football player. His
I don't know.
character name is Falco.
I don't know.
Keanu Reeves. In The Replacements.
Oh, the replacements. That's just been on again. I noticed that's been in heavy rotation. Is that why
I've
you
always
saw
enjoyed that movie.
it? It is a pretty good movie.
But at the end, when they're at the last play, he says, he goes through his speech about, he given this inspiring speech, but it's just not their way of doing things. So he said, blah, 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 chicks dig scars, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, crazy.
So, anywho's, back to the weird things that happen.
So you know that we like, fireworks and explosions and
Yes,
stuff
we
like
do.
that. And Beirut had a terrible, terrible catastrophe while we were gone.
Yes, they did.
And here's what I want to know, okay? All right, Beirut, Lebanon, they're saying that it was ammonium nitrate that they were storing in the ports, right?
Yes, that was confiscated from a ship like 6 years ago.
Yeah, and they've been storing it in there. Now,
Yes.
don't. Okay, so you know the two major uses for ammonium nitrate?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
One of them is fertilizer. The other
Yeah.
is making bombs.
No. The other major use is you probably have it in your house. You know what a cold pack is? Those instant cold packs where you pop it, and
Yeah,
you shake
okay.
it. That's ammonium nitrate in there. When
I did
ammonium
not know
nitrate
that.
gets mixed with water, it takes away heat suddenly.
Okay.
And that's why it makes an instant cold pack. So you have ammonium nitrate in your house. So you probably have some of those, right? Most first aid kits have those.
I think we still have one that we already used, so we just stuck in the freezer to keep it cold.
Yeah, well, it's just water and ammonium nitrate at that point. But yeah, as crazy as that might seem, so why didn't they just give the ammonium nitrate off to the farmers to use as fertilizer?
You
Instead
would
of
think that
storing
would be a
it-
smart choice.
Instead of storing it, because it stores pretty stable. Do you know what temperature it has to get up to before it becomes volatile? This is
I
the other thing
do.
that amazes me. What? How much?
260 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, do you know what that is in Fahrenheit?
I do.
How much?
500 degrees.
Yeah, 500 degrees. So they think the fireworks factory started on fire, but to get up to 500 degrees to set this stuff off, pretty amazing.
Yeah, but 500 degrees in fire is nothing because most fires not chemically induced get up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
I mean, so that's the fireworks. So you see the fireworks going off there? See the fireworks going off?
Actually,
Boom, look at that. Look at that. That is just crazy.
I sent you fireworks for your birthday.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, you know what? I never hit the share button, did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, wow. Well, okay. That was my reaction to it. So here, let's share it and do it again. So there it is, actually shared this time.
Yes.
So bags of fireworks
Yep.
stored in the same warehouse. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? They've got video of this from people offshore videotaping this.
Yep. Well, that's the thing about social media. Once it happened, they were able to search through all this open social media.
Just crazy. But yeah, look at that.
The thing that actually
Wow.
astounds me is that the hotel there, which is basically destroyed, is still actually standing.
Well, here's the worst part. Someone was telling me, you know how, okay, obviously Area 51 and all the conspiracy theories.
Right.
Am I still close enough to my microphone?
You are.
Okay. They said that The Simpsons actually predicted this explosion. There is a picture in one of The Simpsons where there's an explosion like this, and I forget which show it was from. Now I got to search it up. But there's a hotel that looks just like that hotel that's standing in the drawing.
Really? I don't remember that. Of course, I didn't watch Simpsons that much. I watched it a little bit because sometimes at late night it was funny. But Susie hated it, so we didn't watch it very often.
Well, I mean, it's okay.
Hey, I could handle The Simpsons. The one that I hated was Who Killed Kelly? South Park, that's it. Absolutely hated that show.
So,
all you South Park fans out there, I apologize. It's not my kind of humor.
I'm trying to find out which episode it was here.
Which is why I was rambling on about South Park.
The Simpsons did it again.
Oh, see, I told you, there's the bumblebee. Oh, you went away.
There he goes, yep. Trying to see which episode it was. But this is why, I don't believe in coincidences, but yet.
Quinky dinks, Quinky dinks.
Homer destroys Springfield. Trying to see. Homer destroyed Springfield.
Okay.
It had to be that episode. It looks like I'm trying to find where the. He's at the plant. Where's the one with the hotel? Core destruct. He pushes the button. I'm trying to see if that's the one with the hotel on it. No, that doesn't look like it. Oh, wow. Okay. But there's one that had the hotel in its front picture, and I can't find that. Because that was the one that was like, oh, look, there's a hotel. So there's a few of them. So I can't find the right episode. The Don't Know Show. We don't know. If you find it, put it down there, post it. The Simpsons predicted it again. Where are we on the show subject since I've totally derailed us?
Well, that was only the first one, believe it or not, even though we've been in the show for 3 hours already.
Okay.
Apparently we're going to dumbest laws in every state, starting with Ohio.
OH.
No, it's Ohio.
No, it's OH, and then you yell back IO.
Okay, well, just out of curiosity.
OH.
Do you know what's round on the ends and high in the middle?
OH.
IO.
Thank you. Now I will do your joke. No. What's round on the ends and high in the middle besides
Ohio?
See, he doesn't listen to me, folks. He's just focused on getting his punchline out.
That's right. So anyway, my friends in the game that I am playing.
What game is that?
Are from Ohio, and whenever they log into the game or into TeamSpeak so we can talk to each other, first thing they say is "Oh hi."
Hey, is there a Twitch version of your game?
Yes, I actually have some Twitch shows of the game.
Do you actually put up on Twitch?
Funguy the Entertainer's page, yes.
How do you record it?
It's using Twitch. And then
Twitch records straight off of the computer. You don't need
sure.
Elgato or anything like that, like you do for PlayStation.
No, it was live while I was doing it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to.
I haven't done it in a while. I probably should, but yeah.
Yeah, get some money.
Apparently, I'm finally eligible for some money, but I haven't seen any of it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens. So what, man, oh man, my throat's sore. What are the dumbest laws for Ohio?
Okay. I don't know why they would consider this a dumb law, because personally, I think this is an intelligent law.
Well, this is my favorite law. I mean, it's actually my law. Like whenever I am working in a new place or moving to a new house and cleaning up the house, this is a law that I have. This is a Steve law.
Operators of underground coal mines must provide an adequate supply of toilet paper with each toilet.
Yes. Do you know what it's like to run out of toilet paper?
I
when
do.
When it takes like a
And
half
I don't
hour
have
to
a
get out
bidet
of
either.
the hole? You know what?
I don't have a bidet either.
Well, you don't have a bidet tomorrow? But today? I don't even, I can't even make that joke work.
Yeah. However,
today,
fortunately,
but
the
tomorrow.
shower is real close. So,
Oh, and then you just waffle stomp it down through the grate?
well, no. The only thing you need in toilet paper is for the cleanup.
Yeah, but if you got little things hanging on your butt, it goes down in the bottom of the. You poop in the shower.
I suppose it's all that vegetarian food you're eating. I have no problem with it coming out clean.
You poop in the shower, don't you?
So, anywho's.
He's ignoring it, folks. Therefore, he does. That's the first.
The other thing is, in Ohio, if one loses their exotic animal, they must notify the authorities within 1 hour.
That's crazy. You know what else is a dumb law in Ohio? The luxury tax.
They have a luxury tax?
If you go to a restaurant and you get carry out, you don't have to pay tax. But if you go into the restaurant, you sit down at the table, you have to pay tax because it's a luxury.
Well, see, I think that's a cool law because here it doesn't matter whether you carry it out or not, you pay tax on it.
Huh.
It's only tax-free at the grocery store.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen with Nevada. We are in dire straits. The Rio has not reopened. Planet Hollywood has not reopened. And I forgot what other one Caesar has not reopened. The Palms, they gave up the liquor and their gaming license for the Palms. So it doesn't like the Palms is going to reopen. The Tropicana is for sale. You can buy the Tropicana. The Fiestas will not reopen. I think there's 2 of those that will not reopen. Texas Station theoretically will not reopen.
Wow.
So yeah. I don't know how true these numbers are. Again, don't know show. But they say that during the week we are at 50% capacity. I'm like, 50% capacity of what's open? Because that's not very good. And they said we're up to like 70% capacity on the weekends. But I don't know how that's possible considering there's no conventions and really no shows. There's 2 shows that you can go to, little shows that they're putting on here and there. My one friend Ian came in from Broadway and put on a show on Saturday on my birthday on August 8th. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it because I was exhausted from traveling from Missouri. But, yeah, I don't know, man. And I don't know if I want to go out in these shows yet. I mean, expose myself to all these people who are being stupid. That's
Steve, please don't expose yourself to people. Oh, man, what a view.
Why not? That's not against the law. I didn't see that in one of the dumb laws.
We did in the one state.
Okay. All right.
Remember?
So what about Oklahoma? Oklahoma, where the green grass.
Okay. One of the things I like about this is it is illegal to promote, engage in, or be employed by a horse tripping event. It is also unlawful to wrestle a bear.
Are there a lot of bears in Oklahoma?
Well, sure, because there's mountains in Oklahoma. Bears love mountains.
It's not one of the places I think of when you think of bears, though.
That's probably true. Most people think of bears up north, but bears are everywhere. There's not a state that I don't think.
Well, California has bears.
Yeah.
Do we have bears in Nevada? You got bears in Wisconsin?
Oh, yes.
Illinois got bears, the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't do anything.
Exactly. They don't do anything. And I'm also disappointed in my Pittsburgh Penguins getting knocked out of the Stanley Cup playoff round robin by the last place seed. However, the Chicago Blackhawks are the number 1 seed right now, and they weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. So it looks like it's going to be the Blackhawks and the Vikings. I'm hoping.
Cool.
Blackhawks and the Vikings. The Blackhawks and the Knights in the Western Division.
I realized that
Eastern Division.
Once you brought up the Chicago Bears, it got you off track of our subject.
No, we're still talking about Oklahoma.
Okay. Well, where does all that go with it's illegal for the owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend to have sex with an animal?
You can't wrestle with bears. It's unlawful to wrestle a bear. So if I was to bring like Jim McMahon there or Trubinsky there, it would be illegal for me to wrestle them.
No,
so
this
any
is
of them
nothing wrestling. This is having sex with them. It is illegal for the owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend to have sex with an animal.
Where'd you read that?
That's the third one.
Oh, you're on the third one. I'm still on the first
second one. I'm sorry, the second one.
I'm still on the first one. Okay. Apparently, they have a lot of problems with bars in Oklahoma.
I've seen that, yes.
Because, you can't wrestle a bear in a bar. You can't do a horse tripping event in a bar. And
this last one has nothing to do with that, which is really kind of weird.
And Oklahoma what?
According to the most recently updated version of the Oklahoma statutes in 2013, McCarthyism is alive and well. It is here now found and declared to be a fact that there exists an international communist conspiracy which is committed to the overthrow of the government of the United States and of several states, including that of the state of Oklahoma, by force or violence.
That's true.
They put it in their statutes.
They proved that in Facebook. Remember the Facebook fixed the last election. I mean, we don't talk politics, but right?
Can't amazing, isn't it?
Can't do that, dude. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, it's just not legal. It's not that they can't.
That's right. Russians are doing it. So that's Facebook there. How crazy that is.
I personally think this next one.
What, Oregonians?
Or yeah. It's a good thing that Sylvester Stallone did not drive that truck of his through Oregon.
From the movie with the arm wrestling?
Over the top, yep.
Don't know show, but we know that.
It is considered a speed racing offense in Oregon if you participate in any, quote, test of physical endurance, unquote, while on the highway.
So when those people were driving the Teslas and filming pornographies, would that have been considered a physical test of endurance?
I would say it would. But now if it was a self-driving automobile, is that okay then?
Well, it says while on the highway. It doesn't say you got to be driving.
That's true.
While on the
highway. What if you're in the back seat of that car? Oh, I see, because you could be a distraction to other drivers. Okay.
Right. Or to the driver. And, on those long road trips, it's illegal to place a container filled with human fecal matter on the side of any highway.
That's correct.
So don't be putting your little cans or...
It's okay if you pee, but don't poop.
Fecal matter. But the next one says, nope, urine also. Class A misdemeanor.
It does.
Urine or fecal matter. So you should read them both. You should read them all before you say something like that. Oh, and you can't throw it from the vehicle either. So all you gorillas out there driving, no throwing your feces.
Yeah, don't do it. Okay.
We understand the logic, but who would leave urine or excrement on the side of the road in the first place? Okay, who wrote that part? Like anybody who's been driving for a long time and has to pull over and pee or poo, and it's Oregon. There are not a lot of stops, right?
I would agree with that. I have only brushed Oregon once. I want to say we were in the state for about an hour because you drove through the corner of it.
You brushed Oregon? Okay, that sounds like that should be an illegal thing to do.
Well, maybe not, because, everybody knows personal grooming is a good thing.
Yeah, and this is why I talked about the Penguins, because I knew we'd get to Pennsylvania. See, it all ties in, dude. It all ties in.
I see.
Says the blind man as he picked up the hammer and saw.
Okay. Now, of course, I am a little confused because according to my list, bingo is only for non-felons.
Yeah, non-felons. If you have a felon, you can't. There's a lot of places. No person convicted of a felony can operate a bingo game because they were felons and they will rip you off.
I understand. Okay.
And there's. No, go ahead.
And of course, human trafficking in general violates.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I saw in the airport, right? Human trafficking. There's all those signs up like human trafficking. And then I was watching a show. It was a Bruce Willis movie, and it was about a family, 3 brothers and their sister that they never adopted. And the youngest brother was going to marry the sister that they never adopted. And they're older now. And she gets caught up in a drug ring and gets kidnapped into sex trafficking. And they go and I can't remember the name of the movie though. But it was actually a pretty good movie.
Well, you got me because I don't recognize that movie. Oops, that was the weirdest thing. I don't recognize that movie at all.
Well, you're going to need to talk. Acts of Violence is the name of the movie. It's a 2018
you beat
movie.
me to it.
But you're supposed to be telling the people.
Well, I was getting better at this, so I was trying it. Anyway.
No, you're not.
Not only is it, of course, against the international laws, in Pennsylvania, they also felt the need to specify that you cannot barter a baby.
Right, because, bartering is so much different than selling it.
Well, technically it is. You don't get taxed on barter.
Yep.
So
they can't tax your illegal sex trafficking. Oh.
Exactla mundo. Don't die, Steve.
Oh, man.
So,
all right.
Anywho's.
Should we do Rhode Island and then move on?
Is that the only R?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So we will. All right. Aha. This is bad news for me.
Why?
In Rhode Island, false personification laws deem it unlawful to impersonate an auctioneer. And I have been an auctioneer, but I'm not officially an auctioneer.
So you would be impersonating one?
I wonder if that would be considered. But then again, I don't
do it. Does that mean
the way
if you
they
dress
do it.
up as an auctioneer for Halloween, you can get arrested?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You are really searching to stay up on the subjects today, which I appreciate.
Well, the other part I heard to switch to the next form.
Well, I understand you switched to the next form, but you could still think.
No, I can't. I can't think.
Susie, am I picking on him? Oh, did Susie react to any of our comments about her in the last 2 shows?
Oh, yes.
And?
Yeah. She heard me mention her name about Susie's gonna hit me.
Did she?
What am I gonna hit you for?
and did she?
Well, when I made the comment, she gave me her. She's looking at it with the daggers coming out of her eyes. And I said, just wait to hear what I say. Just wait. And then I say, she goes, "You're lucky."
Oh man, gonna get you in trouble more often.
So, but
get him, Susie. Get him.
But this is another problem in Rhode Island. No person may bite off another's limbs.
Yeah. So if the fight with
Foreman,
crazy Mike Tyson, where he bit off his ear, is that considered biting off a limb?
No, because a limb is not an ear, or an ear is not a limb.
Is that like saying a square is a rectangle is not a square, but a square could be a rectangle? A square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not necessarily a square. Is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. But so what kind of weird stuff were they biting off limbs?
Okay. I can't think of any reason why you would be biting off a limb in Rhode Island. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can see if it was the Donner Pass incident, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's completely different.
Well, it's under the mayhem section, and it says, every person who shall voluntarily, maliciously, or for purpose of, or or of purpose put out an eye, slit the nose, ear, lip, cut off, bite, or disable any limb of member other than shall be imprisoned, not exceeding 20 years nor less than 1 year. So it is an ear. So there you go. Holyfield needs to go there.
But of course, again, it's only if they maim the victim on purpose.
He did it on purpose. He bit his ear on purpose.
But do you think it was on purpose, or do you think it was in the heat of the moment?
What does on the heat of the moment have to do it on purpose or not? What you're thinking is whether it was premeditated.
Oh, yes. Valid point.
Yes. Don't know show. But I do know premeditated.
It's a good word, too. Normally, I'd have to give you a quarter.
Yeah. So what other words do you get wrong?
Wrong is a wrong word.
Wrong. That's not the word I was looking for. What word am I looking for? Oh, and you can see how crowded it was in the airport behind me, too. I was able to get that picture.
I know. His lines must have been asinine.
Like, get out of the way, people. I need to take a picture here. Whiskey. Did you know that there are 2 proper spellings of whiskey and they actually mean different things?
I did, but I didn't realize what it was this intensive.
Oh, did you didn't like champagne, okay, so champagne can only be called champagne if it's from the Champagne region of France.
Correct.
Right? Whatever.
Otherwise, it's sparkling wine.
Right. But whiskey and whiskey are the same thing.
But different.
But
my
in
accountant
different
is
regions.
Scottish, and he's the one who informed me of this.
Who is?
My accountant.
When did he inform you of this?
I had emailed him once that I was going to get him a bottle of whiskey, and I did it.
Oh, and he said, "Get you," and he said, "Get me the stuff without the E," right?
Correct. And I'm like, what the hell? He says, I'm Scottish. If you're going to get me whiskey, spelled with no E, I want good Scottish whiskey. I don't want that crap from Ireland.
Right, exactly. So whiskey without an E is from Scotland, and whiskey with an E is from Ireland. Well,
and the United
more
States.
Places too, but yeah, without an E is Scottish, Canadian, or Japanese.
Correct.
And with an E is
Ireland and U.S.
United States. And that's crazy.
And I'm sure there's other places too that.
Yeah, there's no difference. It's the same thing, but different region. But I'll bet you could taste the difference because the water's got to be different.
That's correct.
And you know what I realized? I've corrupted my family. My daughter cannot tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi.
Really?
I'm like, what? Well, because I brought them up not drinking soda, pop.
Oh.
They don't drink it. So,
God, I'm glad you're not my father. I'd kick your ass.
She was like, I can't taste the difference between them. I'm like, Pepsi is all sugary and sweet, and Coke has got an aftertaste. Like, I could probably tell you the difference by smelling them.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So then she started doing waters and trying to tell all the different waters. And I can taste some waters. There's one water that kind of tastes almondy to me. And I'm like, I don't buy that.
That means
anymore.
it has arsenic in it.
Yeah, I don't like that water. So I don't drink that water.
I don't blame you. Arsenic's not a good thing to be imbibing.
But yeah. So, but isn't that crazy that whiskey is the same thing? But who's more expensive? Scottish or?
Well, true Scottish whiskey is more expensive, yes. I don't know about Japanese.
Than Irish whiskey?
Yeah.
I'm searching, Scott. You need to talk.
Carry
the show.
Well, I love it when you do that because I already closed
you don't
that
know how to
window
carry
out.
because you don't know how to carry the show.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. While you're doing that, I'm going to go and use the restroom.
Really?
Of course not. So
You're going to take the show right to the toilet.
Well, that's what you say we should do with it.
Nice. Well, here's the top 10 most expensive whiskeys in the world. We'll just do it this way then. So, Isabella's Islay, $6 million. Got to be for the bottle.
I would assume.
$6 million comes from a bottle because the decanter contains features 8,500 diamonds. Okay. No, don't care. All right. Macallan M, which is a Highland single malt Scott whiskey, no E, $628,000. Macallan from the U.S. dollars, Macallan 64 Spanish barrels from 1946, 1942, 464. Delamore whiskey. No, this doesn't help at all. This is useless.
Okay, I found a better one.
Good.
The best overall is called Four Roses Single Barrel, which is a Kentucky bourbon. And yes, bourbon is a type of whiskey.
Whiskey with an E?
It is correct. The
Okay.
best Irish is Redbreast 12-year.
Okay.
The best Japanese is Hakushu 12-year. The best rye is Pikesville Straight Rye. These are ones that have won awards.
You know, that's amazing. Glenfiddich is one of the best single malt whiskeys, Scotch whiskeys. Huh.
Best Scotch, the Belvini Doublewood. The best pleated Scotch is, I can't even pronounce it, Laphroaig, Laphroaig, 10-year. The best sherry cask Scotch is the Glendronach Allardyce, which is obviously Scottish.
Obviously.
Would you believe Wild Turkey 101 made the best bourbon list?
Obviously it's.
So anyway.
Temperature and weather and water quality and then storage and casks. Yeah. Change the pricing. That's what I thought. Okay.
Cool beans.
Enough of that. Where are we at?
Well, it's weird, fun, wonderful, useful, automated phone numbers to call. I don't quite understand why it is.
Okay. So you remember you're okay. So music, Jenny, what's your number? 867. Remember you used to be able to call that?
Yep.
Is that number still legit or they shut it off everywhere?
I believe they shut it off. But for a while there, when you call that number, you got a recording.
Right. You got that. So I was wondering if they still do that, right? Because you got a lot of the 555 phone numbers, but some guys want real phone numbers and stuff like that. And I was wondering if any phone numbers were still legit, right? Do they still have phone numbers that people can call and you get actual stuff? Now, here's one of the cool things that they started doing. Any of these phone numbers, like these companies in the movies won't keep the phone number forever. So, you know, the hey guys, want to talk to hot girls? They started buying up those phone numbers.
Right.
So after the movie would stop paying for the number, if you were to dial some of those numbers, hey guys, I'm like, genius.
Yeah.
Right. So I found, you know who SpongeBob is, right?
Well, there's in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants, right?
Yes.
So SpongeBob SquarePants loses Gary and he puts up posters that say, call this number.
You've reached SpongeBob and the Find Gary hotline. If you see my beloved pet snail, please leave a message after the beep. Okay, now how do I make the beep? There's a special button. What do I press? Maybe I'll just hang up. Do I say the beep? Boop! Oh, shoot, I booped. I should have beeped. Beep!
Pretty good, right?
It is. Cute.
So there are some of these phone numbers that are still legit. Now, do you remember who? I had talked about this before. I had talked about Breaking Bad.
Yes.
And then the attorney Saul. Oh, I can't remember Saul's name. But believe it or not, Better Call Saul is a spinoff from that, and they're filming that. So, you want to call Saul? Here you go.
Wrongful eviction, black mold, unwanted exposure to genitalia. What could these things have in common? a bank. I'm Saul Goodman. If you've been duped, swindled, or victimized by Mesa Verde Bank and Trust, you may be entitled to a large cash settlement. Leave a message after the tone, and I'll make sure you get to pick your bone.
Thanks, Saul. We appreciate the message. Pretty funny, huh?
It is.
So some of these things still work. So some of the people don't like the 555, this you call it this. That's what I was talking about, the movie guy.
Right.
Movie tone, But yeah, you used to be able to get all the movies and stuff like that. But isn't that hilarious that there's still phone numbers out there that still work in this day and age? And
It is.
The 555 phone
It actually
number.
makes perfect marketing sense.
Yeah, as long as you're going to keep it forever.
Right.
So that the porn industry doesn't take them over. But I was just wondering if there were any out there. I just saw that, and I was like, I wonder if they still do that. Because I've noticed they've gone away from the 555 phone numbers.
Yes, I have too. There are a couple shows I've watched where they've actually done real phone numbers. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it's definitely a lawsuit looking to happen if you don't own the phone number and somebody starts
Correct.
getting
And
harassed.
believe me, they're not that stupid. They own the
won.
phone number.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought it was clever. So those were just a few. Here's one I didn't know about. See if I can find this one. I didn't know this was a legit thing, and I don't know where it came from. Let's see. This is
Welcome to Colin Oates, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear Rich Girl, please press 2. To hear Manita, please press 3. To hear Privatize, please press 4.
it actually starts playing the song.
There you go.
You need your fix of Hall & Oates? Just call that. It is 719-26-OATS. That's right. 719-26-OATS. That's pretty funny. That
Works for
somebody
me.
actually has a emergency Hall & Oates hotline.
That's
funny. That's funny. I'm sure you get a kick out of that. So, all right. That was just I saw that and I was just wondering if that was legit. Just like the next story, I wonder if it's legit.
Yeah, this has got me really freaked out because earlier we talked about the XFL just restarting again. I didn't even know there was a problem with it already.
Well. Okay. So it started again. It was doing really well. It was actually getting fans and people picking up and going to the games.
The pandemic, of course.
And the pandemic went and it shut down. So apparently, $15 million allows you to buy it out of bankruptcy. And it was McMahon who had part of it. Remember we talked about that?
Yep.
Jim McMahon from the wrestling world. So who better than to own it than Dany Garcia and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
There you go.
So Dany Garcia is Dwayne's ex-wife. They put together a company called RedBird Capital. They paid $15 million to buy the XFL out of bankruptcy. My question, though, is what did they buy?
Well, yeah. What did they buy? They don't own any teams.
Yeah, there was 8 teams, I think. There were 8 teams. You don't own any stadiums. There's no property, right? Because they sublease properties throughout the cities that they were in. You don't own any coaches or contracts for players, right? They're going to have to go renegotiate all coaches and contracts for players. It's not like there was some superstar that they had and go, oh, yeah, thank God we got Colin Kaepernick and playing in the XFL, So that didn't happen. So what did they pay $15 million for?
I suppose we will find out sooner or
Why
later.
couldn't they just create a new league and call it the Rock FL?
I am assuming that there's trademarks and merchandise and all sorts of stuff that's involved in this.
But it was all new this year. So maybe there's a stockpile of stuff sitting there thinking,
I would assume there
so
is.
they wouldn't have to start back up with jerseys and stuff like that. So it would save them recreating all that. But this will make Dany Garcia the first female owner of a sports league.
Interesting.
So that's kind of cool. So, Dany, if you want to talk football, you want to talk XFL when you guys get started up, give the Don't Know Show a call, and we'll be more than happy to pub you, because I'm telling you, I thought the XFL was great. I was ready to go. When I make my trips to Missouri, I was ready to go to St. Louis because the Battle Hawks, I think, was the name of the team there. See, Dany, I did pay attention.
That's right.
And I would go there, and I wanted to go to the games, and then the pandemic happened. I can't go. So when you guys come around, I'll be there. I will be a fan, and I will help you promote it. So give me a call. Call me. Somebody went to me the other day. I did this. And they go, what the hell is that? I go, that's old-timey.
They don't
That's
know.
old-timey. That's old-timey. I don't even know what the call me thing is anymore. What is it now?
I have no idea.
Is it this? Call me.
Yeah. I think they just do the lip sync.
What's the call me? What's the universal sign language for call me, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's texting.
I think it's touch. I think it's just touch your hand like that. I'm here in Michigan. Call me.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's crazy. We're about halfway through the show. Not even. Oh, geez.
And we're almost out of time already. So why don't we put some of this off? And get
I'm going to scrap that one. I can't do the Randonautica. So I'm going to kill this one.
Okay.
I'll put this one in the next show. Sorry, folks, you won't get your Apple money as part of as this show. That one's got to stay. That one's got to stay. I think we can do it with those. Let's move this to here and let you do. You can do your genuine positivity message.
Okay.
Does that work?
So I'll do it right now.
Well, wait. I have to announce you. I have to.
I
have to.
Steve, would you kindly show people or tell people who is coming up next?
Okay, that seems self-serving. That seemed very self-serving. No, I'm not going to tell them who's coming up next. Now, can you say this without copyright infringements?
Certainly.
You can.
Why not?
Can you just say?
I don't finish it with the rest of it.
Really? There isn't the rest of it? I thought that was the whole time. I thought the whole thing was just Feel Like a Nut from the 1980s. Peter, Paul, Almond, Joy, and Mounds, baby. Almond, Joy, and Mounds. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. I don't think there's anything else to finish.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like a nut. That's kind of like the sexes too, right? The Mounds.
But anyway.
Almond Joys, right? Right? The Almond Joy's got nuts, right? And then the Mounds, right? No?
You are sexist.
What?
Because that's not what it was.
It wasn't?
That was just your perverted mind doing that.
I think, no.
All right, so it was most men's perverted minds that did that.
Yeah. Well, if you saw the picture of the girl in a tight sweater in the 1980s for the first time
Trust me, I do remember very well.
So, yeah. When they were talking about mounds, they always had girls with very nice figures. So, but now I will let Funguy the Entertainer come on to our show. Funguy the Entertainer, calling Funguy the Entertainer. Please give us our genuine positivity message for this week in August.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. But acting like a nut has the benefit of making you feel less stressed. So when you feel the stress getting you down, just remember, a little nuttiness can make your whole day.
Nuttiness.
Nuttiness.
Nutty buddy.
A little nuttiness can make your whole day.
Nutty Buddy, that's a different candy bar.
Yes.
That's crazy. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. All right. So, if you feel like a nut, I've been talking lately about us being in a simulation, right?
Yes.
Well, there is a RANDONAUTICA. RANDONAUTICA. Okay? It's the world's first quantumly generated choose-your-own adventure reality game. Explore the world you knew never existed. This thing is pretty amazing if you think about what they're doing and our ability to find patterns in everything. Right?
Yes.
That's the other thing we talked about, that we try to make patterns out of everything, and that's why we see the man in the moon and faces and all those pictures. Which
Correct.
Stuff like that. So what you do with this app called RANDONAUTICA.
To me, it's RANDONAUTICA.
RANDONAUTICA. All right. You're in the director's chair, but people are saying that it's like you're catching the glitches in the fakeness of everything there is. They're saying their phones go crazy when they find this stuff. But what you do is you pick a theme. Like, say you want to say unicorn, right? And then it gives you a random, and it tells you how far you want to travel too. Let's go quantumly random. How do I get there?
I don't know. I open this up and I'm sort of focused on this weird thing they got going here.
Okay, never go on a private property. Stay totally clear of dangerous areas. Eventually,
so it's kind of like Pikachu. Stop running out in traffic.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Info and team. Where's the? I want to get one going here. I guess you got to get the app on your phone.
Yeah.
So you got to do it on your phone. But so let's get it on my phone here.
All right.
Where's play? There's play. RAND.
All right. I got to do something really, really bad while you're talking.
What?
I got to run downstairs. I'll be right back.
Why? Why do you got to run downstairs?
You want me to pause the show?
No. Why you got to run downstairs?
Because I got to pee.
Oh, well, just leave it on the side of the road. Just make sure you're not in.
All right. I'll run out to the road. I'm not in Oregon.
Go ahead. So I'm going to install this. So as I'm installing this, I mean, there's geocaching too. I don't know if anybody's ever talked about geocaching or something like that, where geocaching is kind of cool. And there's also, people are getting really cool geocaches. It used to be a little container with a little thing you signed. Then people started using like 5-gallon buckets, and they'd put things in there. Like if it was a Vegas type geocache, there'd be little chips in there. Say you found a Vegas geocache. And it was kind of cool stuff like that. You'd have to put something in and take something out. But now these people are coming up with really crazy things when you find it. And a geocache is they give you your networks. Wow. I'm sorry. You're currently at 15 points. 1 point is consumed every time you generate a location. Your balance will be refilled maximum of 15 points each day you open the app. All right. So, but geocaching is fun. But this thing is supposed to show you like the glitches in this simulation that we're all in. It says if I pick up unicorn, then it'll give me the coordinates to go to. And when I get there, totally random, there will be some reference to a unicorn there. Kind of weird. So, new to random, watch this video, find out what it's all about. The 5 tetnets of random. Once you've completed a trip, share and discuss with randonauts on Reddit and Twitter. Pro tips: randonaut has a positive mindset. Bring a trash bag to help clean the environment. Normally, when adventure alone, go to a group or friend. Randonauting is best done a daytime activity. Always randonaut with a charged phone. Yeah, duh. Use situational awareness. Be respectful of property. Obey quarantine, curfew, and social distancing. Do not go into dangerous areas. All right. Start by sending your location by tapping or sending a Google Maps URL. Okay. You currently have 15 points. So there's a little paper clip and a little global thing you can clip on. So it's sending my location. So now they know where I'm at. So now they can track me. Do I agree? Yes or no? So now they're tracking me. Let's search. What would you like to get? What would you like to get? Let's search. What would you like to get? Attractors or dense clusters of random points. Voids are the opposite. Anomalies are the strongest out of it. Premium features. So point top. So you can pay for more. All right. So I want anomaly, attractor, or void. So Attractors are dense clusters of random points. Voids are the opposite. Anomalies are the strongest out of the attractors and the voids. So let's go with an anomaly. So I'm going to click on an anomaly and choose Australian National Union. What? And you if I'm unsure. Okay, choose that. Finding a location, focus on your internet. Finding a location, focus on your internet. I'm going to put in radio, R-A-D-I-O. Whoops. Radio. Wait, that's not good. Radio? That's not a valid choice. I'm going to do it with Google Maps. It's bringing up Google Maps, and it wants me to go over to the detention base, which is right outside my house. Don't know why I want to go there, but I know what I'm looking for. So there it is. So Google Maps has got me going there. So attention-driven anomaly found. Type of finding of a, so I don't know. This is a point. It's not a private property, not trespass. Dangerous. All right, so that's random. So when I go there, though, theoretically, my phone's supposed to screw up, and I'm supposed to see past the whatever it is. So if anybody does randonauting, please let us know. Yeah.
Randonautica.
Yeah, let me know if anybody's doing that.
Cool.
So
I don't have time to do it, so let us know, please. I'm actually kind of curious about it. I just don't have time.
Well, more with the simulations and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So, if there is this really a simulation, and there's no such things as coincidences, when I was in Missouri, big news hit that 13 cardinals tested positive for the coronavirus.
Yep.
And I went, wait a minute. Didn't I just hear about the Florida Marlins getting tested positive? Oh, wait, it was 13. 13 yep. Florida Marlins like 8 days earlier during an exhibition game on Tuesday in Atlanta, 13 tested positive. So wait, how does 13 Florida Marlins test positive? And then 8 days later, 13, like really 13.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, so I'm going to search 13 test positive for COVID. Okay?
Yep.
So 13 members of St. Louis Cardinals. 13 EU student athletes tested positive. University of Evansville, 13. 13 University of Texas football players tested positive. 13 Kroger employees tested positive. 13 minors. And
again, these are not underage children.
Yeah, right.
We're talking about the people who dig holes in the ground for coal and ore and stuff.
Why are so many, why is 13 the magic? 13 is the magic number.
Don't you remember 13 is the lucky number?
Yeah. So 13 test positive at a juvenile camp in Commerce County. What? Wait, how? Wait.
Now,
why
I think that streak has finally been broken, though.
Oh, I'm sure there's other ones, but 13 sailors, okay? All right. 13 sailors on the ship test positive? 13.
Yep, but I think we're done with it. I don't think there's going to be any more of them.
23 employees and 13 patients test positive. Why do you think? 13 Roosevelt sailors test positive.
Because
13 Bessemer firefighters test positive.
The Cardinals have now turned into 14, so that broke the chain.
Yeah, but they still reported it as 13 originally.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. This has been going on and on, but now that it bumped up to 14, I think that ended the streak.
Well,
I'm being positive, Steve.
13 Hawaiian airline employees test positive. I mean, it starts somewhere and people get more, but still, really?
It is cool. And don't forget,
right. Logan Regional Medical Center, 13 hospital employees test positive.
Up until I was an adult, My number on all the teams I played in any sport I played was number 13.
So you're the reason.
I personally requested it because 13 to me was a lucky number. I was the home run king in Little League for 3 years straight as number 13.
Yeah, you hit 13 home runs.
No, I hit more than 13. I hit 30-some.
In one game?
No.
Oh.
No, but I was averaging 2 a game.
Yep. So they have no idea how this disease is actually traveling, because I couldn't find it in here, but I heard that some sailors on a nuclear, I can't say it like they said it in Star Trek, a nuclear vessel, a nuclear submarine. Yeah, submarine who has been out for 9 months, tested positive for coronavirus. So if they've been out for 9 months, the only way they could have got it is with the food coming in.
Which is weird because theoretically you don't get it through food.
Again, that's what I'm saying. That just goes to show how little we know.
Yep.
And then I am going to call Sisolak out on this. So Sisolak's our governor, and I was watching the video, and you know how they're talking about everybody should wear a mask or a shield.
Right.
But people who have to do sign language because they do the lip syncing, right? So
yes.
People can read their lips, you have to have a clear mask. Well, she wasn't wearing a shield. Like, why? Dude, you're wearing your mask. We can't understand a word you're saying, but she's standing behind you, 6 feet away, but she put a mask on her.
Right.
Put the shield, put the clear shield on her.
Yeah, they're manufacturing them right here in Wisconsin.
But yeah, like they're expensive too now.
Yeah. Oh shit, everything is. Although some stores are giving the cheap ones like I wear away for free now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some places charge $1, and some places are giving them away for free.
$1 is cheap for the shield or mask.
It's just a mask. That.
All right. Well, still $1 for the mask is cheap too.
Yeah, those the ones like I wear, they're kind of blue and kind of white.
They're just right.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Anyways.
But yeah, so no such thing as coincidences. And another thing on coincidences is planets like Earth. So with all the planets out there in the universe, do you think there are any other planets? So this is a question of how hubris are Earthlings, humans? What are we? Like, to think that we're the only life form in the vast, vast universe.
Yes.
Now, it does have to have certain conditions for life to exist. Or does it? Life as we know it. But is there intelligence in life in other forms?
That's correct. If you're a Star Trek fan, you remember one of the very first episodes, they came across a rock that was sentient, and then another one, crystals that were sentient.
Right? So who's to say? But they do have a term, and I'm going to call you on this term because I think you misused the term. They do have a term for what they believe that life that would be like human life.
Basically, it's the sweet spot.
Right, the sweet spot. And they took a child's story.
Yeah.
And named it for that. So what is our new word that made it to the dictionary?
Goldilocks.
So I'm calling you on this. Is it Goldilocks, or is it the Goldilocks zone, or the Goldilocks planets?
I don't know. They just put Goldilocks in. That's all it says.
So if you just search Goldilocks in the dictionary?
No. Yeah.
Well, okay, hello. Well, go ahead. Tell us what it is while I've...
All right. Well, it's an astronomer's description of a planet that
Did I screw you up there, dude?
What?
Did I mess you up?
No, I messed me up because you started to do something else, so I tried to follow you by doing something else. But anyway, Goldilocks. It has nothing to do with porridge. Now the dictionary recognizes it as astronomer's description of a planet that isn't too hot or cold and can support life. It is a Goldilocks planet.
And she was named because of her hair. Because she was a blonde child with curly hair. Goldilocks! Her hair of gold. Golden locks. All right. So, specifically to astronomy, definition of Goldilocks. Yes, if you do just search Goldilocks in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, specifically to astronomy, planet is smack in the middle of what the astronomers are calling the Goldilocks zone.
Yep.
So there's the Goldilocks zone. So it's not really Goldilocks. Found Earth-sized planet known as the Goldilocks region, which is not just Goldilocks. To qualify as Earth-like, the planets must fall within a reasonable approximation of Earth's composition, also known as the Goldilocks orbit. They all have qualifiers, and then the last one's Goldilocks planets. So you can get to it by going to Merriam-Webster's dictionary and look up Goldilocks.
There you go. See,
But
the
it
things
does
you
say-
can learn from the Don't Know show.
But it does say pertaining specifically astronomy.
Yippers.
So cool.
Yay.
So we made it through another show. Happy birthday month to me. Happy anniversary month to you. What's the anniversary song?
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
And how many years are you? Are you guys wood, paper? What did we decide?
38 years married. You were doing the other thing with the 40 years we've known each other, but 38 years married. So.
And what is that?
I don't remember anymore. I could look at the show again, and we watched it at Chili's, you know.
I don't know what that is, but it's tourmaline. What the hell is Beryl?
Beryl.
Yeah, what is that?
I believe it's a type of stone.
It's another mineral with beryllium, aluminum thiosulfate. Oh, okay. Known as beryl. Well, of course I'd call it beryl if it was beryllium, aluminum thiosulfate. It's a gemstone. But what's the old and the new? Is there an old and a new? There is no name or symbol for the 38th anniversary gift. Traditional gemstone is beryl. Color. It's colorless with traces of different impurities. Wow.
Cool beans.
There isn't one. I thought there were. Wait, just go. They get lazy at that point. Traditional.
Yeah.
No
probably.
traditional gift. There is traditional gift in the UK. No traditional gift. US. No traditional gift. Spain. Jade. Germany. Fire theme. Russia. Mercury theme. France. Mercury theme. Italy. Jade. Flower gift. Flowers of the season. Gemstone gift. Beryl. Modern gift. Tourmaline. So tourmaline's the modern gift. Wow.
Ta-da!
What do you know?
They don't know
cool,
show,
dude.
but we know things.
Well, it's because we can look it up.
That's because we look it up. Yep.
So with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel a show is not a bad life decision,
Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. I think I posted another golf thing for my birthday or
what
something
happened
like that,
that world down
you
there?
guys would have all known at whathappened.world that it was my birthday because you could have logged into Facebook. You would have seen it on there, and you would have seen everybody going, happy birth month and all the other fun stuff. But yeah, so go there. Are you doing any more of the Fun Guy the Entertainer cooks for you?
I have not been, but I got something in the works.
Cool. All right. So with that, I want you to live and put your damn masks on. We got to get past this and through this. Like I says, if they are so arrogant that after the election that they just do all this, I'm so done. I am so done. I'll be so pissed off that they just go, oh, just kidding. Oh, and then did you see the new code that's supposed to be really, really tricky that people are putting out there?
No.
8645 11320.
Okay.
Now, the way I said it, you'd probably know what it means. 8645 8675 309. No, we talk numbers. 8645 11320. So the way I broke it up, you could kind of get that. So this is supposed to be hidden code. right? We don't talk politics, but I just thought this was funny that this was hidden. What is it when you 86 something?
You flush it down the toilet.
Well, I hope they don't do that when they 86 something off the restaurant menu, but okay. You get rid of it, right?
Yep.
45. Donald Trump is the 45th president. When is the election day? 11/3/20. So you're going to see signs out there in case you were wondering if you see a Twitter post or a Facebook post or a sign out there that says, don't forget 8645, 11/3/20. Yeah, it's like, just get out and vote, people. Like I said, if out of all the representatives in the world, in the United States, out of our 8 million people, Trump and Biden are our two best representatives. Get out and vote, because if you don't get out and vote, you have no right to go, our system sucks. Yeah, well, you didn't do anything about it.
That's right.
I am asking to vote everyone out. Vote them all out. Get rid of.
That's right. Kanye West managed to get in Wisconsin.
Get rid of all of them. Vote them all out. If they're in, vote them out. And the new guys come in and they don't do what you want them to do, vote them out too. What?
I agreed with you. I said vote them out.
Yeah, vote everybody out. Just keep voting them out until they start doing it the right way. Then they'll get it. But these career politics. So Biden made a statement the other day that he didn't even know a senator before he ran for senator, and he's a career politician too. Vote them all out, folks. This is absolutely ridiculous. Vote them out. So get rid of them. But
don't vote for Kanye West, please.
Vote him in. I don't care.
I do.
Vote him in. Maybe you'll bring shows back. But with that, live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy, and just it remains me.